Well, if you think Conroe needs another sports bar, I agree with you.
You know something, Brad? I think there's still a couple we haven't been to yet.
Probably so, but there's a brand new one, and it's an independent. It's not a chain. It's not a concept restaurant. Somebody funked up a restaurant and decided to build it and open it up in Conroe, and it's Chofa's Neighborhood Bar and Grill.
It's Chofas or Chofas, I don't know, but you know something, Bradford? They were a long time coming. There was a time when I didn't think they were going to make it.
Well, there was a sign out there saying opening soon for about the last 6 months. And I you know, the first thing that they've done that I think's a bit of a problem is, how do you pronounce that name? It's Chofa''S. Is it Chofa's? Is it Chofa's? I don't know. And when I asked the waitress, she wasn't sure either.
She wasn't real sure. We gave them, I thought, ample time to get started, too. We didn't just jump on these people.
No, and let's be complimentary. I mean, the interior, I think, is mostly very nice. It's an expansive place. Lots of TVs all over the place if you want to watch sports. Some comfortable couches. And it's the interior is very nice and comfortable. I liked it.
You know, when Brad said a lot of TVs, he needed to say a heck of a lot of TVs. They were everywhere. I mean, you had your hockeys and your soccers and your baseball. Brad, if the family came up or something and I wanted them to drink beer and go watch a sports event, I would go to Chofa's or whatever. TVs.
That'll happen.
Everywhere. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
But we went there for lunch.
Yeah, that was probably the first mistake. You know, I think it's a great place and it has a lot of potential, but as we walked out, another guy looked at us and said, this place needs a little work.
He said they're not there yet. He was so right. But
it really was. We went there and I ordered, let's see, the special was $7.50. They've got a list of sandwiches you can get, and it includes the drink and your fries or onion rings. Well, that's a heck of a deal. So I ordered it. And what did I get, Mark?
Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak. And they brought me basically half of a hot dog bun with not hardly any meat on it. Yeah. And you ordered the burger, and it was a decent sized burger.
It was decent size. He had the small Philly cheesesteak, and he halved it with me, meaning we had 2 hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, they didn't tell me that it was going to be a little teeny tiny thing. For $1 more, I think you could get the full size sandwich that looked like it was good. But they did the thing that drives me up a wall the worst. When they're training a waitress, she comes waltzing out with our food, and it's been a good 10, 12, 14 minutes. And at lunch, I kind of like to get my food in 10 minutes. She comes waltzing out, but walks right by the table with our order, and she sits it on the counter as she goes through her book and tries to figure out where this is supposed to go.
Well, Brad, she had 2 more tables that she was waiting on. I think it was kind of tough.
Well, I don't know. So, I have no patience in these things, and I wandered up and I said, hey, do you mind if we have our food at our table?
Went over there.
So I went over and got the food and brought it over, and what there was of it wasn't bad, right? But a little small in portion size.
That's true. The hamburgers were good. I have to, like I say, with the Brad, man, we got onion rings. They were good.
They were. And apple. You got a bunch of onion rings.
And by the way, we also... we got the dessert. I had to force Brad. He hasn't bought me dessert in a while, so we got something called the Blondie. I think that's the hot blondie, only it wasn't hot. It was 2 blonde brownies, which were good. They had chocolate chips in them. It's supposed to come with 2 scoops of ice cream, and here's what we got. We got 2 cold blondies with 1 scoop of ice cream that had crystallized water.
Let me tell you, there was way too much brownie. It tasted like particle board to me. I didn't think it was very good at all. I thought it had been stale. And the ice cream, the 1 scoop instead of 2, had ice crystals in it, and it wasn't Bluebell ice cream.
It wasn't Bluebell ice cream.
There's no way that was Bluebell ice cream.
I will tell you this, Brad. If you put chocolate chips in almost anything, I will eat it. That part was good.
I don't know. It tasted like particle board to me. It was dry, flavorless, and I didn't enjoy it.
And you're right. They're not there yet, and they may get there, but whether they do or not, I think they had a special beer, 1 bottle for $1. If you bought something else, bought a
probably a draft. I don't know. Mark doesn't drink, so he doesn't know the difference between a draft and a bottle or a keg. So
I think they're going to get there. I wish them all the luck in the world.
I do too.
Not yet. We probably should have waited till late August.
Labor Day.
Yeah, Labor Day.
We'll go back Labor Day and see if they've gotten their act together. Yeah. The other thing is you got to watch your ankles, because those tables have a 2x4 across the bottom. You can't just slide in and put your feet out. You're going to get some sort of contusion on your
exactly.
ankles.
And I was griping more than you. It's about 3 inches above the ground, and it's too high for my legs without leaning back in the chair. That needs to be taken care of.
It's
Mr.
the
Chofa,
Princess
I
and the
think.
Pea. The
That was
Princess
it.
and the Pea. That's Mark.
But,
anyway, I wish them all the success in the world. I love independent restaurants. I love the entrepreneurial spirit. I don't like the name because I don't know what it's supposed to be, and I want them to figure out how to serve the food and get Bluebell ice cream. Other than that,
it was
I'm
an
ready.
experience. It
So
was
Labor
great.
Day, we'll go back and we'll see how they're doing. They've got the potential. They've got a good location. Just figure out what you're doing on the food service side, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we might ought to watch the World Series, one game there some evening. That might be good.
Yeah, you and me. That'll happen.
Chofa's Neighborhood Bar and Grill, right there in Conroe, corner of Longmire and somewhere else.
What he said.
Yeah.
I'm Brad Meyer, restaurant critic for Houston Community
Mark
Newspapers.
Hayter, columnist for the Courier and the Villagers. Later.
And we will see you later. Bon appetit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
World
that for
Series.
sponsors.
Yeah, you're going to go to the World Series. Yeah, I don't believe so.
That was good. We did as good as